In Iran, its President Hassan Rouhani under pressure today. Lawmakers are blaming him for an economic nosedive in that country. Iran's parliament, for only the second time in its history, has ordered a sitting president to appear and testify before it. This as Iran appeals to the International Court to suspend the reimposed U.S. sanctions. Benjamin Hall is live in London now with the very latest on all this. So the specific reasons, Benjamin, why was the president summoned to explain things to Parliament?
Eric, quite incredible scenes that we saw in Iran today. President Rouhani called before MPs to answer questions on the faltering economy. Remember, it has been in freefall. More importantly, he was called to answer questions on his role in responding to it because, of course, he's being blamed by many in Parliament about the economy. And, of course, this raises many questions about Iran and the growing divisions within the Parliament as well as within the country and Rouhani himself and his future as leader. As you say, this was just the second time in Iranian history that Parliament has ordered a president to answer questions. And on 4 separate times today, lawmakers voted to say that they were unconvinced of his answers about Iran's recession. Rouhani's main defense had been that the economy was suffering because anti-Iranians in the White House had caused it to suffer. The questions now will be sent up to Iran's judiciary for further review. And what it does is serve as a real warning that Rouhani's political stature is slipping away. So what it means for him is uncertain, but certainly hardliners already circling him in Parliament. And in the streets of Iran, we're seeing protests growing. So threats on all sides for him. Eric?
And meanwhile, besides that, Iran's fighting back against our sanctions. In court, what are they doing?
Yeah, you know, they're using a very little-known 1955 friendship agreement between Iran and the U.S., which was signed long before the Iranian Revolution, when Iran and the U.S. were allies, and they're trying to use that to get out of sanctions and put them on hold. It was just day 2 of that hearing today, and Iran asking the International Court of Justice to suspend U.S. sanctions, calling them economic strangulation. The U.S., though, defended strongly against them, saying that sanctions were legal and justified as a national security measure.
Iran sought to characterize itself as a victim, as a law-abiding state brought to its knees by unlawful U.S. sanctions. The suggestion that Iran is a victim does not withstand scrutiny at any level.
And, of course, everyone now looking ahead to November when new sanctions will hit. They will hit oil exports, and observers say that may lead to a total collapse of their economy. Eric?
Yeah, maybe if they stop supporting terrorism, it'll change. Benjamin Hall in London, thank you. Sandra?
Special Counsel